Today, Rosatom is a global leader in the construction of new power units, which speaks of the undisputed reliability and eco-friendliness of domestic nuclear technologies. The Russian nuclear engineers were the first to launch the most secure 3+ generation reactors into mass production. And new solutions are already being created for the 4th generation of fast neutrons with a closed cycle. This will allow us to get rid of radioactive waste and increase the potential of nuclear energy many-fold. Thanks to you and your colleagues, Rosatom is at the forefront of the creation and implementation of cutting-edge technologies in large infrastructure projects, including the Northern Sea Route. This will become part of the Trans-Arctic Transport Corridor from St. Petersburg through Murmansk to Vladivostok. The largest plant in Europe is being built in Obninsk-Kaluga region to produce complex radiopharmaceuticals for diagnosis and treatment, including for cancer. Quantum computers allow us to develop new drugs, vaccines and materials quickly, and process a huge amount of data. Thanks to Rosatom's efforts, there are already prototypes of such systems in Russia. With huge computational capabilities, they will definitely be in demand for the installation of the megascience class, which is being created, among other things, in the National Center for Physics and Mathematics in Sarov. As for our relations with the United States, they are at an extremely low level after World War II. I have already said this many times. Well, with the arrival of President Trump, I think that such a light at the end of the tunnel he still lit up. And now we had a very good, substantive and frank meeting in Alaska. The contacts continue at the level of our ministries, departments, companies. I very much hope that the first steps that have been taken are just the beginning of a full-scale restoration of our relations. Well, it does not depend on us. It depends on our, first of all, Western partners in the broad sense of the word. Because the United States is also associated with certain commitments within the framework of various unions, including the North Atlantic Bloc. Therefore, the next steps depend on the leadership of the United States. But I am sure that the leadership qualities of the current president, President Trump, are a good guarantee that relations will be restored. And I hope that the pace of our joint work on this site will be maintained.
Now, I am a graduate of the Moscow Institute of Energy, and I work at Aeon Kayet, a nuclear weapon complex. 2 years ago, Alexei Evgenyevich proposed to create the Soviet students of Rosatom. During this time, we have grown into a whole community. At the moment, students from all over the country are joining our community. And recently, we had a very large congress in Moscow, where we all together, all our friendly team, dreamed of the future of our students. The guys dream of revealing their talents and finding the very thing in which they will truly live. I also have my dreams. First, of course, to be useful to my homeland. And the second is to create a big, strong family. Vladimir Vladimirovich, I think many people will be interested to know. Please tell us, what do you dream of?
That you succeed in everything. This is my work, my goal.